3 episodes remain in The Legend of Vox Machina Season 4, and these latest 3 episodes represent some of the most thematically ambitious material this series has ever produced. Episode 7, The Ghosts of Whitestone, spends its runtime excavating the tragedy underneath Delilah Briarwood's villainy, and the show is wise enough to resist the temptation to simply reflatten her into a monster now that she's returned. What we learn is that her entire campaign of horror has been at its root an act of desperate love, an attempt to bring her husband Silas back from the dead. That would be a familiar redemption adjacent backstory beat in a lesser show, but what elevates it here is the choice to filter that revelation through Keyleth, who understands with mounting horror that she possesses the exact same capacity for catastrophic devotion. She knows Vax is dying. She knows his time is measured now in a way that it wasn't before. And looking at Delilah's madness, she does not see a stranger's pathology. She sees a mirror, a warning, possibly a preview of what's to come. Then, Episode 8, The Bard's Lament, finally delivers the long-awaited reunion with Scanlan Shorthalt, and structures it with a cruelty that feels entirely earned by the character work that has preceded it. Vox Machina needs Mythcarver to face the Whispered One, so they track Scanlan down. Genuinely out of love, to be sure, but also undeniably out of need. The show lets us watch Scanlan's face shift from hope to recognition to hurt in the span of a single scene. The dawning understanding that his friends came because they needed something, not simply because they missed him. His refusal to rejoin them, even after a glorious rock battle with the Dark Bard, lands with genuine emotional weight. And then comes Episode 9, The Temple of Truth, and the season's accumulated grief detonates. Pike reaches her breaking point, blinded by grief and rage, ready to make reckless, dangerous moves. Grog steps in, and in a moment of unexpected emotional maturity, he tries to pull her back from the edge, invoking Wilhan's memory, arguing that this self-destructive path dishonors the very person that Pike is grieving. It's one of the most affecting character beats Grog has been given across 4 seasons. And then, with a cruelty that feels almost unfair, the show takes him from us in the very next moment. Grog approaches the portal without the protective amulet required, and disintegrates right before our eyes, and right before Pike's. Then, Pike, rather than being shocked into restraint by Grog's death, is driven by it into the exact unbridled fury Grog had just tried to talk her down from. She dives into the portal alone, amulet in hand and fully unhinged, and that is the cliffhanger they leave us on. 3 episodes remaining of the season, Grog disintegrated, Pike gone rogue into an unknown portal, and after what this show put us through with Percy last season, and with the constant looming threat of losing Vax hanging over everything, this is a lot to process. It's a brutal place to leave an audience with 3 episodes remaining this season, and it's exactly the kind of narrative risk that confirms this show understands the difference between shock and consequence. Every loss across this season, Wilhand, Scanlan's trust, and now seemingly Grog, has been building toward exactly this moment of complete emotional collapse. This is not a show that inflicts pain for spectacle. It's a show that has spent 4 seasons building genuine investment in these characters, so that when the losses come, they actually cost something. Suffice to say that the final 3 episodes of this season have a great deal to answer for. The Legend of Vox Machina Season 4 continues on Amazon Prime Video, with the final 3 episodes dropping next week. So subscribe to Fandom Frontline so you don't miss my coverage of the Season 4 finale, and let me know in the comments, did Episode 9's cliffhanger ending hit you as hard as it hit me? And how do you think Vox Machina pulls itself back from this?